Hey guys, Monday, March the 18th of 2024, and this is Market Recap, where I look at everything, all the sectors, and just kind of glance and see what's cooking. So without any further delay, let's get into it. As you can see, uranium, it's a 85.85. We did a fail new high here and pulled back, so the bears are in control. Won't stress it enough. The bears are in control. Now, can they retest that? Yeah, most likely it probably will retest that. It's just a matter of time once it finds a base and consolidates a little bit, and then the bulls come in again and push it higher to see if we could take out the $106 and change high. But so far, that is the resistance. And if you look at my YouTube videos, I got a playlist on uranium spot price, uranium futures, uranium sectors. You could kind of get an idea. I've been following this sector for a while, enough to kind of get an edge and sense when things are shifting, and so far it played out well. Coal, as you can see, coal made a low somewhere around February the 14th and got this nice pop to the upside. Can it retest this level around here? What is that, a high of 138 around there? Could. But so far, it looks like it just bottomed out. Let's see if we can continue pushing higher. Looking at our year-to-date performance, you can see that cocoa is killing it. This is what you call a trending market. If you want to be in some kind of market that it's trending, you could just buy one contract and just look at it, every week at the end of the week and just see what's going on. Cocoa is it. Natural gas, as you can see from year to date, we are at the bottom of the barrel, which I like. I like it when it's at the bottom because you get to bottom feed and get things cheaper. One day, this is going to be here, and you guys will be happy. When? We don't know, but everything rotates in cycles. So one day it's here, one day it will be here. Year performance, VIX, and natural gas at the bottom. You can see Palladium is kind of moving from the bottom now, kind of going up the ranks. Cocoa still is number one. Half-year performance, natural gas still at the bottom. So it's the weakling or the black sheep of the commodities or the whole sector in regards futures. Cocoa still killing it. Natural gas still the hated one, the black sheep. Palladium kind of down there, and cocoa still on the top. Month to date performance, natural gas still takes the winner as the most hated trading commodity or disliked for whatever reason, and cocoa still killing it. Look at that, Palladium is just starting to show up on the top. So that's interesting. Could the bottom be in already? We'll find out. Monthly, 1 month performance. Cocoa still killing it, trending. Palladium caught up. Now it's in the green side, on the bullish side, on the positive side. And the VIX takes the low. Wow, they took out natural gas. Natural gas is now in the midpoint. Interesting. And on the weekly, I just kind of get to the weekly. VIX is at the bottom, and cocoa still at the top. So that's interesting. Let's look at our charts and kind of see. Let's look at the indices, and let's go to the weekly. You can see it's getting very. Let's open this up a little bit. The indices are getting very, very toppy. Not that much movement. Well, last month we did a little spike, undecided candle. Inside weekly, nothing going on the Dow Jones. The S&P looks like it's just kind of trending, kind of grinding higher. NASDAQ just sideways, so the tech guys or the tech stocks just kind of going sideways. You know what it feels like? It feels like something, like the market is waiting for something to happen. That's kind of like the jitters I get. Like something is gonna happen, and then things either explode to the upside or start tanking. That's how I kind of feel this market is. Russell kind of caught up now. We look at the monthly. You can see that it's still kind of sideways by looking at the monthly. It hasn't really gone up here to test this high. And these guys are just grinding sideways here, but on the weekly you could kind of tell a little more. Nikkei's kind of back and forth. Euro, the DAX. The DAX is moving a little more better than the US sector. And VIX at 14, so that's really good. Let's look at the uranium, the energy sector. Just pretty much grinding sideways to higher on the crude. Same thing here. But when you look at the monthly, I mean, you're really stuck in a sideways range. You need to take out that high. They may probably try to test that. Once it takes out that high, I might be interested. But so far, I'm not really interested in crude oil because we're stuck in this range. Once you take out that high, then I know I might want to test this. And then I might dip my toes and be a little more interested and do some research. But so far, it's not really pulling me in to look at crude oil. I just watch it on the monthly. Same thing on the Brent. RBOB, I like to see it get to $3 and see what it's going to do next. If not, it's just going to be stuck in this sideways range. Same thing here on heating oil. You could probably put a trend line down there and you can see there might be some resistance. Same thing here. You could do a trend line and see if it breaks. But sometimes they break it, but then when they get up here, they fail. You can see natural gas at the bottom and ethanol just kind of grinding sideways to lower. Let's look at the softs. Look at cocoa. Cocoa is killing it. Let's look at the weekly. Look at that. Trending market. Cotton just kind of sideways. Orange juice sideways for the last couple of weeks. Coffee sideways. Lumber got this gap up. Interesting. If we could take out at least this high, it may taste that, may test it. Sugar for the last couple of months has just been sideways, so nothing really there. The metal sector, if you look at the metal sector, you do the monthly, you can see that gold got this nice little pop, broke out of here, so that's interesting. Silver's still stuck in a rut. Just stuck right here. Everybody's getting excited, but I'm just kind of like, it doesn't attract me, doesn't pull me in, doesn't tickle me. Nothing tickles me here. Silver's a little better. I mean, gold is a little better than silver, but silver is not. And I own gold and silver, but nothing for me there. Palladium, platinum, nothing there for me. Copper got this nice little pop. Everybody's getting excited with copper, but it's not really, doing anything for me. Got a bull kicker here. That's fine. When you look at the monthly, I'll be interested if we could take out that high. Once it gets there, then chances are it might fight and take this high out. But so far, not really too interested in copper either. The one I'm interested in is in palladium, that we got this nice pop. And this is what a weekly, you can see 1, 2, 3. So I want to see if there's any retracement. So I could dip my toes again and see if we could start trending higher. But I'm waiting. I mean, this was a little decent pullback and another leg higher. I'm waiting for one that now really pulls in towards the 50 or the 61.8 and then nibble in and see why this low is holding. There has to be a significant reason why we bottomed out here on the date, on the time, and why things are escalating up. Look at the fundamentals and all that. But so far, I'm not in palladium. I'm watching it, but I'm watching to see if it does another pullback in to see if I could get in. In the meantime, I'll do some research on that. Meats. This is interesting. Live cattle. It hasn't done a new high, and it's kind of topping out here. So I don't know if this is an A, B, C correction coming in. So I might have to put an alert somewhere down here to see if it triggers down. Because this could probably be a good play to the downside. These feeder, same thing. I don't trade lean hogs. And if you look at the monthly, You can kind of see that it hasn't really taken out that high. So you got to be careful here because it could push even higher. Grains. Fail new low, maybe. Maybe that's holy. Hasn't really done much here. Just sideways, sideways, pushing lower. Wheat, pushing lower. This soybean right here might be interesting. Got this nice pop. Yeah, that might be interesting. Let's see. This is probably the better looking one, but you got, this is like a fail new low. Yeah, there's a few here. Currencies, the dollar still sideways, nothing really going on. Just in chop fest. That's in that range. So everybody else is going to be in the sideways range there. Crypto. I was looking at crypto and I haven't done the video yet, but I think on the spectrum cycle analysis, there's some cycles that have peaked out right around here. So I almost pulled the trigger and went, long. And I'm like, you know what? Cycles are not in my favor. I'm not going to risk thinking that it's going to ignore it and push higher. So I'm going to stay away from Bitcoin. And I made a list and everything of the ones that I wanted to, invest some money and just kind of see what plays out. But I don't know. It's not looking good for me. So I'm still going to be on the sidelines, even though we got this nice little run. I'm not going to play the Bitcoin or the other cryptocurrencies. I'm just going to watch Bitcoin to see if it pulls back. But the cycles are topping out here. So far I see some weakness. So it doesn't mean that it's going to crash. I could probably still ignore it and continue pushing higher, but I like to go with things, statistically and cycles and everything kind of, in the back of my wind, like natural gas and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be trading that. So I think that's it. What I am interested in here, probably Palladium to see if there's a pullback coming. That I'm interested in looking to this low right here. Other than that, anything else here doesn't really attract me. Even the energy sector. Natural gas and Palladium are the only ones I'm kind of more watching. And the indices, I'm waiting for like a big, ugly weekly candle. And I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for something like, I don't know, it's not even in this chart. Something like this. Like here. So I could be like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe things are shifting on the indices. But until I don't see a candle like that, I think it's just kind of quiet, grinding higher, and especially the election day or election year. But that's about it. Those are the ones I'm more focused on right now is natural gas and Palladium, and dig a little more and see if this is a low. Does it make sense? The cycles are backing it up, seasonality, Gann theory, see why. What's my evidence to think that this is the low? Because I don't want to invest. I got caught once and it was somewhere, I think it was last year or maybe early this year where it didn't play out. So I was like, all right, I'm going to wait to see if this low means anything and if there's a turning point that validates it. So those are the things I'm going to be researching. So I got time. It's not like, the train left. There's always, back and forth that I can still get in. But that's it for me. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on market recap.